What is up? It has been quite a while since I posted on this YouTube channel. I wanted to start posting on the YouTube channel, but in a little different way. You saw, shoot, 2-3 years ago, maybe even 4, I was posting on this YouTube channel about doing a show. Now I want to bring more knowledge and a whole array of nutrition, recipes, workouts, everything I can think of, and start posting that here rather than competing for a show, which I'm sure you guys might see later on in the future. But today I'm going to be talking about creatine. My top 5 picks for creatine. This is the best creatine you can get your hands on in 2025. As someone who has taken creatine quite a bit in their lifetime, I've tried over 10 different creatines since I started my fitness journey. And so I want to pass that knowledge into you, my experience with those creatines, and give my top 5 of what I've taken to you guys. Creatine is one of the most studied, yet the most controversial supplement in the world. If you've done a little bit of research on creatine, you know that its benefits are undeniable. By cognitive function, I mean brain function. As I stated with muscle growth, there's also another bit to it that has muscle recovery. And then the obvious one, overall vitality and energy levels. It does sound a little crazy, but creatine is actually found in your brain. Creatine can also be found in red meat and fish, but if you don't eat red meat or fish, or you need quite a bit of it actually to get the amount of creatine you need per day. So taking creatine is a good plus for that. Before I give my top 5, I want to give you guys a little tip. If you're new to creatine, please avoid the over complex formulas. Look for creatine monohydrate. So now finally, my top 5 creatines of 2025. So these are my top 5 in my opinion only. Do your own research before you go and take my opinion. At number 5, we have Onnit creatine monohydrate. Now, Onnit is Informed Sport. Now, Informed Sport means it's tested for banned substances. So that's always a plus. It's free of sugar. Now, mine didn't do this, but some reviewers have said that theirs does clump quite a bit when they open their package, or they've been using it for a little over a couple weeks, theirs starts to clump. Now, the one bad side to Onnit creatine is they have no flavors. It's just unflavored creatine, and you can get this creatine for, I want to say it's around $15. If you subscribe, then I believe it's $13 for a 30 serving. Now, my number 4 is Alani creatine. Alani creatine also has no artificial flavors. Another downside to this creatine is it has no flavors. It's an unflavored creatine. So if you guys are in the market for an unflavored creatine, you guys don't really like the flavoring, you guys want to create your own flavoring, this might be the creatine for you. Alani creatine costs around $25 for 30 servings. If you subscribe, costs around, I think, $24. So you're only saving $1 with that. Now, my number 3 is Raw Nutrition Creatine. Raw Nutrition Creatine is NSF certified. Once again, it just means it's tested, so you know it's safe and effective. There's no artificial flavorings in this one as well. Now, this one does have a little bit of flavors. So if you guys are in the market for flavoring, my number 3 spot is for you guys. They have blue raspberry, fruit punch, and I believe cherry limeade. This creatine is around $16 for a 30 serving. Now, taking my number 2 spot is Transparent Labs. Transparent Labs has a creatine called Creatine HMB. HMB basically means it has better absorption, which is great for people that are fans of no chalky taste, which you'll get a little bit from the other creatines that I'd mentioned, and that is why this creatine's taking the number 2 spot. It has no chalky taste and it absorbs a lot better than the other creatines. This one is also Informed Sport tested, and also this one has no artificial sweeteners, no artificial coloring, and no artificial preservatives. This creatine on this whole list has the most flavors you can buy, with 14, I believe. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and name all 14, but they definitely have the most flavors out of all of them. Now, in my opinion, you get what you pay for. And with this creatine, it is the priciest on the list, but as I said, you get what you pay for. So if you're gonna buy this creatine, just know that it is top of the line along with number one that I'll speak of in a second. And it ranges a one-time purchase of $50. If you subscribe and save, that whole spiel, you're gonna have $45 a month. And in the number one spot, we have Gains in Bulk Instantized Creatine. Instantized? What does that mean? Well, let me tell you. Instantized is what it sounds like. It dissolves in water. Now, a lot of people get this part mixed up. They think it dissolves in water that is any temperature. It dissolves in water that is slightly cold or room temperature. I could go on and on about this creatine. 100% soluble. It's bloat free. There's absolutely no bloating with this creatine. Obviously no artificial ingredients. It's third party tested and it's pure creatine monohydrate. Last, of course, it's Informed Sport. So it is 100% tested for banned substances. Now this one has 2 flavors. They actually just came out with a third. So they now have 3 flavors. I've tried all 3 flavors and all 3 taste amazing. And then of course the unflavored. The unflavored is $40. If you subscribe, it's $30. For the flavor, it's $45, but if you subscribe, it's $40. The flavors are sour raspberry, sweet lemonade, and the new flavor that just came out, just dropped recently, I believe August 15th, is sour gummy. So if you guys want to see the review on the sour gummy creatine, that will be posted on my TikTok page, and that is at Johnny Bourne. That is all you need to know about creatine, and those are my top 5 creatines that I have taken out of the various 10 plus in my lifetime. 5 of the best in my opinion. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.